So, a little over 4 weeks ago, I decided to fund a Moomoo account with $500 to prove to you it's not about how much money you have. It comes down to the strategy and your approach when it comes to swing trading and trading in the stock market. So, in today's video, we are going to be doing an update on how much money I made or how much money I lost during this past week of trading. So, I hope you guys all enjoy it. If you guys get anything in value out of this video, hit that like button and subscribe. And if you guys are new to the channel, my name is Carter. I'm actually a full-time swing trader in the stock market. And with that being said, we do have an amazing school where I teach people my strategies and mindset when it comes with trading in the market. And right now, you guys can use code CHALLENGE for the $500 challenge to get 50% off. Only 3 spots left, so check that out down below. And guys, let's jump into this here. So when it comes with swing trading in the stock market here, this past week, we actually just covered a lot of our profits. You guys know we took a trade on Amazon, and don't worry, we'll show you the approach and strategy behind it, but we actually mostly just covered profits on this, and we actually looked for some opportunity here. So let's jump into this here. So we have about near and around $580 when it comes with our account, which is great. And we've gotten tons of comments saying, Carter, you've only made $80 or $70 in 3-4 weeks of trading. And yeah, I have. You guys, with a $500 account, the only thing that's separating me from making more money isn't my strategy, isn't my approach, isn't my mindset. It's actually just my account size. So as my account grows, so will my profits and obviously my losses. But that's why having good risk management and understanding your entries, your exits, and your risk management skills is super, super important here. So let's talk about the trade that we took. And you guys know we took a trade on Amazon, ticker symbol AMZN. And one of the reasons we absolutely love this trade, beautiful upward trend. Trends, in my opinion, are one of the most underutilized things that traders don't look at. A lot of traders will look at a stock on a downward trend and think that it will recover, when in reality, it's a lot easier to find a stock on an upward trend that is sold off just down to some level of support. So support could be a variety of things. It could be a certain price. It could be an indicator. It could be a variety of things. So one of the indicators that I love are moving average lines. So this is the 90-day moving average line, which is this blue line. And we've seen tendencies in the past of it using it as support. You guys can see boom, boom, getting good buying pressure. But when the stock falls below it here, you guys can see it uses it as resistance. So when the stock is above it, think of support. When it's below it, when it's above it, think of support. When it's below it, think of resistance. For a second, I thought I got it mixed up. But now you guys notice we have this great upward trend. It's sold off down to, the 90 moving average line in the past. We had that great move, came in contact with it again. Now, for me and my strategy, I always love to have a good risk and reward. And this is why I love Moomoo, is because they have all this stuff for me. It's a trading broker. I'll put them down below. They're the broker I've always used, and I absolutely love them here. So you guys can see with this trade here, honestly, we were hoping to get a push up to like the 91 area. And the reason why I wanted it to get up there is more profits, and it's a very, very realistic target. As you guys can see, it hits this price several times in the past, establishing really good resistance. So I honestly thought we could get that great move of buying pressure. Now you guys can see it had this great move. Now when I enter the stock here, I always set my stop loss just below the moving average line, just because when it comes with trading, you're gonna have losses. It's just a matter of time. If you're 100% profitable, it is almost a guarantee you'll have losses. And the approach and mindset you need to have is, when you're wrong, move on to other opportunity, cut your losses and move on. But when you're right, double down, compound it. That's the approach and mindset I've always had when it comes with trading. So the stop loss I've always done is something called a trailing stop loss. Now, in the matter of Amazon, the stop loss approach I had was just this upward trend, and when it breaks through this trend, we're just going to hop out. And you guys can see yesterday it broke through that trend. We hopped out at about 186, and it sold off as of right now to 182. So taking our profit, just cutting our stop loss, saved us $4 per share, which if you have a $10,000, $20,000 account, that will add up to thousands or hundreds of dollars, really. So Have a good stop loss approach, understand your entry, your exit, and your risk management skills. So now let's talk about some of the stocks here that we're actually looking at that do have some sort of opportunity here. So one of the stocks here that I'm actually holding in my large account, and I'm thinking about buying it with the smaller account here, this is ticker symbol BGC. It has this really nice upward trend. It's sold off down to the 90-day moving average line. Now looking at it here, it's trading for near and around a 32 on the RSI. So this is the only thing that does concern me about this stock is, normally I like to buy positions under a 30 on the RSI just because I know we have a lot more tendencies of getting good buying pressure out of it. And you guys can see, hopping in here, the last time I was trading for that 31 was right in here where we had this great move. So that is one of the indicators and indications that I love where we could get that more buying pressure as well. Now, another thing that I do think is important here is looking at the weekly trend here. The weekly trend is very important because what you could do is actually looking at it, we do have this really nice trend like this. So if we hopped in here, we could set our stop loss just below it and see if we can get that push going forward using basic trends, as well as the RSI here is trading for a 43. So it's a little in the more overextended territory, possibly a little overvalued. Now, I do think this is a great stock. It definitely a stock to keep on watch. But for me to enter, especially with my smaller account, I want to get that confirmation of that buying pressure. I want to see this stock curl up and at least try to break out through one of these moving average lines. Because if you guys look back at previous history, you guys can see when a stock is on this downward trend and it breaks out of that, breaks out of the moving average line, the stock has this tendency of moving, which it might not seem like a huge move. I understand that. But from the breakout to this point here, that's a 6% return. And what makes up trading, it's not about these crazy returns of 20, 30%. It's about these 5, 10, 5%, 2%, I said 10%, but 5%, 2% returns that compound with your account. It's a very easy thing that a lot of traders don't utilize and don't do. They see they're in the profit and, they get scared or they just cut, they get scared and they think that the stock's going to run up to $1 million when in reality, sometimes it's just better to just take your profit take your profit and then move on to other opportunity. I've never lost money taking profit, especially with a smaller account where you're really trying to compound it. I just think a lot of people don't do it. So guys, I hope you guys all enjoyed this. Don't forget you guys can use code CHALLENGE for 50% off the school. Only a couple of spots left, so make sure you guys check that out. Like, subscribe, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you guys tomorrow in the next one.